What's up, everybody? PJ Marissa here, president of Blackstone Labs, with the absolutely stunning. Introduce yourself.
No, you introduce it. What are you going to introduce me as?
Well, everybody's been referring to you as Miss Rissa because that is her Instagram name, and everybody goes by Instagram names. Her name is Marissa, in case you haven't figured that out by now.
All right, what are we
or
making?
Babe, as I call her.
What are we making today?
Today, we are making, so this is video number 3 of the Cooking with Marissa and PJ segments that we don't have a fun name for yet. These are, depending on what you want to do with them, these are either muffins or cupcakes. And truly, I think the main difference between a cupcake and a muffin is one has frosting, right?
Yeah.
And outside of that, it's like the main difference. You don't really frost a muffin. So we're gonna show you how to do both with fast food and 3-way. Ever since we got fast food, we've been messing around with cooking, and it's just an awesome product to cook with. And just so you guys don't know, if you haven't seen any other the cooking segments, all this is whole food. It's just pulverized whole food, oats, yams, sweet potato. It's real food, so that is why it's easy to cook with it. It's very hard to cook with just protein.
And you don't need to add much to this either.
No, well, you're gonna explain all that. So Marissa was like, after we made the pancakes that everybody loves, let's see how it is with the birthday cake. So to be completely truthful, we've only made this with chocolate peanut butter. It's actually really freaking good.
I told you.
Now that I've done it like this, because I've been doing the chocolate peanut butter, and I'm more of a chocolate peanut butter guy, this is made for pancakes.
Yeah.
Marissa was like, I want to try baking some cupcakes. And I was like, well, try it out. Either they're gonna be good or they're not. And the first thing that you did was you made just straight
Little.
fast food muffins.
Yeah, but little mini ones.
Yes, and so just tell everybody how you did that.
So I just took fast food. I took for this recipe, it calls for 4 scoops.
No, your original recipe.
5 scoops. But then to fill up the whole baking sheet, 10 scoops.
Yes, so this is, I've said this in other videos, baking with Marissa, there aren't real rules. So those of you at home that want precise recipes, you're gonna get a little stressed out over this, like I have. But for today's recipe, we're gonna break down 2 very specific ways to do these. And yes, she is not wrong when she says you can add things and change them around, but they're gonna taste different each time you do that. So the original recipe was only fast food, and it was delicious.
Just with water.
It was delicious. In fact, those are my favorite tasting ones. And I think I have one of those laying around right here. I'm gonna grab you guys one of those. Entertain them, babe.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna start, guys.
So
I'm gonna start mixing.
This is, and I would like Eric to try a piece of this. This is just fast food. All right, so this actually came out really good. The only thing is, as you can see, the consistency just stays very moist. But just try a little piece of that for yourself, Eric. You can tell the truth on whether or not you think it's disgusting. I think that they're pretty damn good, considering that's just fast food.
It's good, the texture is a little
Gooey, right?
So, problem with that, right guys, is the texture gets a little gooey. So trying to figure that out, I was like, okay, you can bake it for longer, see if you can dry it out, or we can change the consistency and also improve the macros by adding protein, which is what the new recipe is. So if you want to try just cooking fast food by itself, here's what you're gonna get. It tastes pretty good. It's gonna be a little bit gooey, but it's a nice little treat, and it's low calorie. In fact, I would actually encourage you guys just to try that out. But that's not what we've whipped up for you guys in store. Now we're gonna get up to what we whipped up for you guys in store, the protein-packed muffins.
And the consistencies are different.
All right, take over, babe. Show them how to do it.
Okay, so I have 4 scoops of fast food, and then you pour 1 1/4 cups of water, and then you gotta mix it up real good.
Whisk it up. Do you think that they should use a electric mixer if they have one, or should they just do it like that?
Just do it like this, I'd say.
Does it make a difference?
No. To me, it doesn't, at least. I mean, you know my.
It's not that hard to mix. It's actually relatively easy to mix. What about working out like clumps and stuff like that?
I don't have an issue.
No, because there are no clumps with fast food. It's freaking awesome.
So you know what you can do for me?
What?
You can fill these up with these little papers and spray them if you'd like.
All right, so this is important. By the way, I taught Marissa this for the record, which I think is very cute. Got our like log for afterwards. So if you're gonna just pour stuff into these pans, guys, you have to spray pan in it.
I did it the first time.
No,
the
we couldn't
cupcakes
get
were
them
still
out.
good though.
Yeah, we just scrape them out. But so you got to spray pan. So there's a number of things that you can do. You can spray pan right in there, right? Boom, 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 boom. And you can pour it in if you want. But if you want to make them like real deal, you got to use the little boom.
So just do 4 and then pour on the other side.
Use your little muffin thingies. What are these called? Baking cups. Make it official. Maybe we'll get some Blackstone Labs ones made.
You spray the inside as well?
Well, I was spraying it for the sake of explaining.
Gotcha.
No, there's no way they'll stick now.
And then we're using butter flavored ham. You can use anything. You can use olive oil, whatever you guys prefer, but
All right. So
let's spray that inside of these.
when you are spraying this stuff, guys, I think it's very important also to, thank you. It's also important to think about when you're done with this, the presentation do you want? Do you want it to sit inside these cups, or are you gonna unpeel them all the way? Personally, I get a lot of satisfaction when I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I get a muffin. I actually don't take that bottom piece off, I separate them. So I peel the top off and I leave the top separate. I save that for the end, and then I eat the part inside here. When you make a protein muffin, you're not gonna get a lot of rise because there's no flour, there's no yeast. So you can't expect to get the same rise. You'll have a little bit because of the protein added in, but it's gonna be considerably different. And we're gonna show you that as we go along too. So now what do we have?
I was surprised at how much they.
Rose.
Yep.
Rising up like
Okay,
Jesus.
so I'm gonna be honest.
That'll probably offend somebody, sorry.
Oh, this? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. You don't even know this. I used this for the sake of the video because I thought it looked like more professional and better. But honestly, I took a cup and 1/4. The consistency, I don't know what it is, but the consistency with this is better. I feel like this comes out a little bit more watery.
With protein added.
Yeah.
So you have now added in what?
Just water and the 4 scoops of the fast food.
Oh, you didn't add any protein yet?
No.
When are we doing that?
Well, do you want me to show both?
No, now we're getting into the real deal shit.
Yeah.
We explained the other one now. Now we're gonna show.
Oh, okay.
And that's what.
Sorry, I
that's
thought you
what
were
we gave
making
them.
both.
Oh, I just clouded. That's what we showed them. So they're very soft, and guys, again,
I was ready to cook both.
they are good like this. Your macros, if you do it like this, I'm just gonna break down the macros for you. If you add no protein on these soft, gooey muffins that are good, your macros are gonna be per 4, right? Because that's how many you make with it. You're gonna have 20 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fat, and that all comes just from the fast food because there's nothing else added to it. Not bad, not bad. If you want a little treat, it's not bad at all. I think most of us are gonna want a little bit more protein. If we're gonna reach for a snack, we're gonna get a Quest bar, whatever, Crunch bar, whatever we want, or we're gonna look and get one of these, proteiny treats that you start seeing, and there's all kinds of different ones. And let me explain something to you guys. I think this is important that you know this. Good. So, when you're breaking down, explaining to somebody tastes, here's what you need to know. We are referring to high protein foods. We're not comparing this to like Hostess muffins or Dunkin' Donuts donuts.
Or something with flour.
If you're used to eating stuff like that, normal fat people food, you're not gonna think that
This isn't gonna
that you're not gonna think that this is as good. You will think it's pretty good. But if you're somebody that likes to indulge into these different treats, makes protein food, makes protein pancakes, the things that we do, this is arguably the best tasting protein treat that we've ever done. Pancakes were awesome, those cookies are really good, but this is like the next level of good. I hate when people say next level, but they're that good. Tink, can you get out of the way?
So I put the 2 scoops of protein in here.
What kind of protein do we use?
We use vanilla peanut butter, 3-way. You guys can also, I mean, you can use vanilla, you can use chocolate. We actually tried chocolate.
You can use vanilla ISO also, which just changes your macros a little bit and gives you a higher quality protein source. People will tell you that you shouldn't bake whey because it denatures it. That's partly true, but you're still gonna get the protein in. It's sort of like when people will tell you that you should only eat raw vegetables to get the most out of it. Some of you will do that, most of you will not. You're okay, same sense here with the protein.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna take the mixture and pour it into the little cupcake bowls.
Load it up.
Make sure you fill it up to the top.
Yes, all the way up there. Pour that in.
Ooh.
Just going through it.
Now.
I say you just keep adding that to it.
Okay, let's go.
Whoa. No. I say you add it to these.
Right.
Because you're gonna screw up the macros that I did if you don't do it like that. People want to know the macros.
Right. Well, this is like a little bit left over. So if you guys are like cooking and you guys want to do like a mini muffin, you can.
Yes. There are.
Or you can overspill the.
There are not truly rules unless that you're giving people specific macros, which I'm trying to do. Then there are rules.
So just like keep pouring.
Here, I'll do it.
I don't like over pouring. That's like.
Easy.
All right, I'm scraping here, so this is the last of the last. All right.
Now, here's the deal.
Wow.
Very simple to figure out. You could double this and get 4 more, okay? You could also double it, make them a little bit smaller, do 12. You can do your math yourself on fixing the macros. Not hard to do.
Yep.
We all have calculators on our phone. So, when you get to this point, what do you do?
You have to preheat the oven for 400 degrees and then...
On bake, right?
Yes, on bake. And then put them in for 20 minutes. Now the other mixture, 25, just because of the consistency. 400?
You can put this up to 400 and start.
And then let's do timer.
All right, so now, so you don't want to wait for those. Well, we have.
Oh, let's do, I want to do the egg.
We have your cooked version. Now, you'll notice that with the protein, they rise a little bit, which is very, very interesting. So when you eat this as is.
Hold on, don't eat it.
I'm not. The macros are very impressive now that you've added in that 3-way. So now your macros are 21.5 grams of carbs, great source of carbs. This isn't your normal blueberry muffin where you're eating enriched flour and crap like that. This is specifically from the fast food carbs. Very, very good. But now you're at 23.75 grams of protein. Pretty damn awesome. And only 6.25 grams of fat. So, how do you take this from being a high protein muffin to cupcake status treat? Marissa's gonna show you that now.
Okay, so I make like a little icing, protein icing, and it's very simple. You can use any flavor of protein that you like. So I take 1 scoop of protein. We're gonna do vanilla peanut butter. And then, depending on what type of peanut butter that you use, we like the one from Trader Joe's. That's PJ's favorite.
Love the Trader Joe's. Shout out to Trader Joe's if you want to hook me up with some free stuff.
Half a tablespoon of peanut butter. That's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're just gonna scoop this out. Okay. And then can I have a tablespoon? So for water, just add 1 tablespoon.
Simple, guys.
And then, let me get a fork quickly. And you guys can play with the consistency.
Can be done with any of our proteins. Can be done with literally any of the proteins, whatever protein you like. People love this vanilla peanut butter. People also love the cookies and cream. Would you want to do it with orange creamsicle? That'd be a little weird, but if you like it, you can. Chocolate, of course. Vanilla makes a lot of sense.
So now I did just a tablespoon of water. I would do a little bit more. You don't want to do as much as a half. So what I'm gonna do is just like fill this up a little bit just because it's a little dry.
Yep.
Because I did, actually trying this out, I did a tablespoon and a half, and it was, honestly, I thought it was too watery, thank you.
I feel like that's not enough water, but let's see, maybe she'll prove me wrong. In Cooking with Marissa, there's often variances.
What, would you do it more watery than that?
I
like the consistency.
It's like how thick you want your frosting to be.
I kind of like it thick a little bit.
Thick is good. Most girls prefer thicker.
Okay, so you're making me blush. All right, so I'm gonna scoop this one.
Look at that. And now all you're doing now, guys, is getting more protein. So let's say that was what, 1 scoop of protein?
Yeah.
Right? So you're gonna take this 1 scoop of protein and you're gonna make it work for your 4.
Would you do more icing than that?
I mean, listen, if I wanted to make one crazy, then I would, or I would want to spread it all around. But so you want to make this work, right? Now, if you want to make more of it, you just add a little bit more water. Consistency changes a little bit, of course. But think about this, guys. By adding this scoop of protein for this frosting, there's 24 grams of protein, right? Per scoop. So now divide that by 4, you got 6 more grams of protein now. So now you're at 30 grams of protein, excuse my language, and I did not want to swear like that in this video.
You got excited.
Sorry, YouTube. Don't violate me. But now you're at 30 grams of protein in a tasty little treat. So
muffin.
Where are you gonna get that, guys? You're not going to. So now I will have Eric see the difference because he had the regular one. So now, try a little difference out of that one.
Want me to feel?
It's a real cupcake now.
It's like a real cupcake now, right?
It's more dense.
And here's the thing. Like I said, guys, you're not gonna compare this to like the neighborhood bakery's birthday cupcakes. You're not. It's not gonna be as fluffy and airy. It's a lot more dense, but I'll tell you what. If you eat this blows away any bar that you're gonna go buy, any of those fancy Whole Food bars that are out there, not even close to how good this is, one, right?
Okay.
And it's good for you. And these guys, I will tell you, they're dangerous because you're gonna want to eat all of them, but they're also pretty dense, where that if you eat one of these, it's a lot more than a snack.
It's filling. I even feel like with the fast food, it obviously fills you more. So when you eat a muffin, you're gonna feel full.
The protein mixed with the fat and that frosting keeps you satiated a lot longer. It's a really, really good treat.
And you're getting like your sweet fix, or at least you feel like,
so,
you know.
Guys or girls, males or females, when you add on that frosting at the end, carbs are essentially staying the same. The protein now is going up to nearly 30 grams. And the fat requirements are not going up that much because you're using how much peanut butter?
Just a half a teaspoon.
You're using a half of a tablespoon. That is nothing. So that's like 4 grams of fat.
But you know, if you
a
want
serving of peanut butter is 2 tablespoons, right? Mm-hmm. Which is 16 grams of fat. So 1 tablespoon, of course, is 8. she's only using a half. So that's only 4 grams of fat spread out over 4 muffins. That's only 1 gram of fat extra. So your calories are awesome with one of these. I mean, this is such a good idea. We really should probably package these and sell them out there.
Oh, don't say that.
Somebody will get mad. We're not trying to do that. We'll leave all the baking to, you know, Megalicious and people like that. But if you wanna at home have some fun with the protein that you already have, maybe you don't feel like just drinking it in a shake all the time.
Yeah, because you get that satisfaction of like eating something, you know?
I'll be honest, guys, all I wanted to do was drink shakes because they're easy for most of my career. Now that I'm retired, efficiency is not as important. I really enjoy these little baked protein treats because they make you very satisfied without feeling guilty over eating a bunch of bad shit.
Like I would even in the morning, this is bad, but like in the morning I'd have this with like a cup of coffee or something, you know, with you can do without the frosting, but like you're getting, I don't know, it's like,
and it's guilt-free.
Yeah.
Guilt-free, fucking guilt-free. Do you want to add anything before we go?
No, just for the icing, it's just like making protein into pudding. So you can add as much, like just little by little add water, then see the consistency. Like this is a little bit gooier. You can make it more runny, I guess you could say.
And that turns it into pudding.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want to just mess around and make some pudding, that's all another episode if you want. But
and you can also add more peanut butter if you want, but that depends, you know. You can play around with it.
All right, well, thank you guys for watching our baking videos.
Yes, thank you guys.
My precious Marissa, she's the cutest. And if you like the videos, comment below. If you don't like the videos, comment below, because I know the trolls are gonna do that anyway.
Hi.
Hi haters. And we'll keep coming up with more recipes for you guys with a fast food. And that's it. Say bye.
Bye guys, thank you.
Peace out.